Hey, what's up, y'all? What's poppin'? It's D. About to react to this impressive vid. This is Chloe Bailey's debut album was okay. Honest review of In Pieces. And also Doechii copies Ayianna Lee. I have no idea who that is. But yeah, I really want to hear what Impressive thinks of this album. I reacted and reviewed the entire album on my Patreon, so if you're interested in hearing my personal thoughts about it, you can check it out, link in the description. But yeah, we're gonna see what she has to say. I also saw something saying that Chloe's album is on track to sell between 4,000 and 5,000 units for the first week. That is tragic. That's really, 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 really bad. Like, really bad. So the fact that she is flopping to this degree is wild. I mean, I can't say I'm too surprised, but actually, yeah, that's a little surprising. 4,000 to 5,000? Anyway, let's hear what she has to say. Let's watch.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Impressive channel. I want to talk about some new music and do a review on Chloe Bailey's album. Now first I want to talk about Sierra's song, The Girls. Now Sierra released this song last week, and there was some controversy surrounding this song. In fact, some people felt like Sierra was intentionally encouraging women, especially black women, to accept the idea of being
this album.
single
I mean, this song is terrible.
Forever. And I'm here for it. Another song I like that was released last week was Flo's song. They released a song called Fly Girl featuring Missy Elliott. And I think this song is cute too. It's the perfect summer bop. They did do an interpolation of Missy's song Work It. They took one of the lyrics and kind of made it into a melodic song. And Missy got a chance to be a part of it, so I thought that was cool. I really like the fact that they've been super consistent with their content and their sound. And this sound has really drawn a lot of people to their music. I mean, they have organically built a fan base that really tunes into their music anytime they drop.
Get it.
So I think it's great. I think they found a nice little lane. They're sticking to the Y2K sound and look because none of their peers are doing it. So it is a safe lane for them. But I do hope in the future they're able to experiment more with their sound. I kind of want them to get outside of that box, but then another part of me is like, well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Obviously, this is a formula that's been working for them, so they're not going to deviate from that. But at the same time, I do want something a little by the time this video is uploaded from them, because right now I feel like they're following the Destiny's Child blueprint to a T. And while it's nice for them to pay homage, I still want them to showcase more of that originality. But make no mistake about it, I'm a fan of Flo. I think all of the ladies are very talented vocalists, and I do like their music a lot. I also like their new song, Fly Girl. Now on to the next song. I want to talk about Doechii's latest single, What It Is, Block Boy. And I will say, I actually love this song. I only listen to the version by herself. I don't listen to the version she has with Kodak Black because I'm not interested in hearing Kodak on a song. But I love the full version, and I like the video as well. The concept is edgy. She's like auditioning.
Why you ain't telling me about stuff?
Some mob boss. She definitely is like a Bonnie trying to find her Clyde. I mean, she's singing about her love for a thug, you know? And I did like the different scenes. I love the dance breaks. Doechii is very talented. She's a rapper. She's a singer. But she can perform her tail off, and she can dance. She's definitely that alt rap girl that we need right now. She kind of reminds me of Azalea Banks with a mix of Nicki Minaj and Doja Cat and Lady Gaga. And I can say the same thing about an artist like Bree Runway, for example. I'm a huge fan of Bree Runway, and she gives me those same vibes. And I recently saw her and Doechii link up together in the studio. I don't know what they got cooking, but I'm super excited because I know whatever it is, it's going to slap. So I'm here for that collaboration. But yeah, back to the topic. I like Doechii's song, What It Is. I do hope it does well. I think this is a song that's going to be a slow grower. Doechii is still building her fan base and her audience, so she's going to have to put herself out there and work this single. But I could definitely see this song being a hit for her. Now, there was a little controversy behind this song. There's an artist named Ayianna Lee who called out Doechii's team for copying her concept for her video, Gangster of Love. Now, she said this in a very long post. She said, before I say anything, I want to say that this is no hate towards Doechii. This is simply pointing out the BS we have in this industry and how we allow small artists to be taken advantage of. I woke up today and saw this video posted on Instagram, and I couldn't help but think, wow, that looks exactly like my video Gangsta of Love. From the theme to the costume and even to the color grading. Of course,
okay, girl, people
still and that nothing is truly original, but it is the cumulative of many elements. And I don't even know you, so I'm gonna move on. So I would support them both. I really would, but I don't think Doechii's intention was really to take from another artist. But it's very possible that she has a creative team that pays attention to what other artists do. So they probably have been taking notes. Who knows? It's not really far-fetched to believe. Not in this industry. Cute girl, though. Anyway, because we see it happen all the time.
Let's move on.
Now, last but certainly not least, I want to talk about Chloe Bailey's new album. She just dropped her debut album called In Pieces. And I have been anticipating this album for a while because I've been wondering what Chloe's sound was going to be. Now, she did mention that she actually redid her album. Initially, it was supposed to be more of a pop album, but she decided to release a heartbreak album. And I think the album is okay. There were a few songs that definitely had to grow on me, but there were some songs I did actually like from the first listen. So I'm going to start off with the positives. Sonically, I think the album flowed pretty well, and I like the production on some of the songs. The songs that stood out to me was In Pieces. I think In Pieces is a really, really beautiful ballad. It's super raw and vulnerable, and I love how Chloe was emoting in the song. Yes. And her vocals were just beautiful, especially when she was going into that higher range. That part was so ethereal. I just loved it. So that's one of my favorite singles that she released so far. Also, another song I liked on the album was Feel Me Cry. I loved that transition from How Does It Feel to Feel Me Cry. I thought that was super smooth. And the song is sexy. I could actually hear a feature on the song. I could hear Lucky Day singing with her on that song. The whole time I was listening to it, I was saying, oh my gosh, this would sound good with Lucky Day. Another song I really liked was I Don't Mind.
I'm about to say something really rude. I'm about to say, you don't need her flop energy rubbing off on you, but that's just mean. I like Chloe, and I want her to do well, but it is what it is. But yeah, I love Lucky Day's music.
She replayed this song several times.
He needed another album,
because
actually.
I was just feeling the vibe of it. I love the melody. I love the production on it. And I also liked her song Body Do. Body Do was the only up-tempo song on this album, but I liked it a lot. It was very infectious, very catchy, something that you could dance to and work out to. And I feel like it should have been a single, actually. I don't know why her team didn't release this earlier, but I feel like it could have been a stronger single for her. Another song on there that I like is called Told Ya, featuring Missy Elliott. The song Told Ya is an acquired taste because it has more of an experimental, unconventional sound. But oddly enough, I like it. I like the production on it. I like the different elements in the production. And I also like the switch up in the second half of the song. I thought it was spontaneous and fun and experimental. And also Cheat Back. Now, it's interesting because Cheat Back to me wasn't the best song on the album. It's a very toxic song. The lyrics are toxic. And Chloe actually got the Toxic King himself, Future, to be on this song. But after a few listens, it did grow on me. I thought Future sounded good on the acoustic track. I was pleasantly surprised by that. I always like his vocals. And Chloe's vocals, of course, were amazing. Surprised? Chloe never fails to give a good vocal moment. And throughout the album, you could hear how detailed her vocals were.
I'll let you know. Vocal stacking. Solo is my shit. That's one of his best.
It was a really good vocal performance from her. I really liked it, and I like the choir that she brought in. Even though Pray It Away is not my favorite song on the album, I appreciate the musicality behind it. Now, with all that being said, I have to be honest. I was not really here for some of the lyrics on the album. I felt like it was very juvenile, a little toxic and unrelatable, and also a little cringy, to be honest. Damn. And every song wasn't like that, by the way. I mean, if you listen to In Pieces and Make It Look Easy, you could see that Chloe has the ability to write something meaningful But some of the lyrics and some of the songs were really just, I don't know. I wasn't really connecting with it. And maybe it's not
but that's her
me to connect with.
Yeah, maybe it's not. But I will say, that's her experience, you know? That's her mindset. And she's saying it's juvenile, but ain't she like 21? So, you know, she's coming into her womanhood. So maybe her experiences are juvenile.
And another critique, I kind of feel like the album was a bit slow for me.
It doesn't sound like she got kids, so maybe she can't.
Bad,
and no shade, that's not shade at all.
I feel like something was missing. For example,
maybe it's not for you to relate to, like you said.
Filled with Chris Brown, I felt like something was missing in that. I think the song
I also reacted to that video.
Verse. I think Chloe should have sang on that song more. It's kind of unfortunate that she got all that backlash over the collaboration with Chris.
For it to not do that.
It really didn't go anywhere.
Exactly.
I think the single just wasn't strong enough. It was way too short. And also the song Worried had potential. I actually like Worried, but something in the production was missing for me. I felt like it needed some extra sauce. And her song Lose You had potential, but once again, something was missing with that song. And I felt like the song dragged on a bit. And it was pretty anticlimactic. I was expecting a big vocal moment from her, but I never got it. So, I don't know. Lose You, I'm kind of on the fence about because I like it, but then I wanted something more. And that's kind of how the album felt for some of the songs, unfortunately. It wasn't bad, but it was just a bit generic, and it sounded like filler music. And also, I was a little annoyed that Heart on My Sleeve was not a full song. That kind of irked me a little bit because when I heard the snippet of it, I thought it sounded so beautiful, and I loved the melody. And I wanted to hear the song in full, but it was only an interlude, so that was very disappointing. But the album overall had its moments. I do like some of the songs on there. I think she could have added some of her other singles on this album as well. I think For the Night would have been good on the album. And also, I wouldn't have mind if she added Have Mercy.
Girl, that song is 2 years old.
Have Mercy doesn't flow with the direction of the album, but it is her biggest single to date.
No,
and it definitely would have helped her first.
I hate when artists do that. When they include old ass songs on a recent album. We heard that 2 years ago. That came out in 2021, I'm pretty sure. If not, it had to be like early last year. No, it was definitely 2021. Because I'm trying to think of where I was early 2022 and what gym I was at. Because I listened to that song a lot at the gym. And no, I wasn't at that other gym. This song came out in 2021. So for her to put it on the album would have been dumb. And annoying.
Overall, I do think this is
and I don't think it would have helped her streams at all.
From Chloe. This is her debut album. I know it meant a lot to her to put this out. The album is definitely a grower. Some of the songs will have to grow on people. But I do think Body Do and In Pieces have the potential to be standout songs from her. Anyway.
Yeah. Interesting hearing, her take on the album. But yeah, we will see what happens. And we'll see if she teams back up with Holly to do another album, because I haven't seen any mention of them continuing and doing music together again. But maybe they want to focus on her movie that's about to come out, and maybe they aren't worried about putting out music together at this point in time, especially because Chloe just dropped this, so I'm sure she wants to focus on like promoting this or whatever the case. But I don't think you could save it, given that it's on track to sell 4,000 units in the first week. I don't see you being able to turn that around. That's really bad. Anyway, yeah, just want to see what you have to say. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what other videos you want me to watch. I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye!